Oh, hello there. Welcome back to the art room. I'm really glad you could make it today. It's a beautiful, clear night back here. I could swear I heard an owl sound a minute ago. You know that owls have specialized wing feathers for silent flight? And their asymmetrical ears let them triangulate sounds. Razor-sharp talons to grasp their prey. And if we had eyes as big as owls, well, they'd be the size of softballs. They can rotate their heads 270 degrees from side to... Wait a minute. Did you hear that? It's coming from that tree over there. They're amazing. Look at them. It's a whole family. Oh, you know what? This gives me a great idea for an art project. So let's get back to the art room so we can start working on our owl project. Okay, welcome back to the art room for our owl family project. And if you like doing things out of clay, then make sure you check one of our other videos where we use this Crayola air dry clay. Love this thing. Everybody wants to make an owl family around here. So this is the air dry clay made by Crayola that we've been enjoying using so much. I've got some simple clay tools that I'm going to use and some water nearby. So let's get into modeling. I'm going to reach in here and get a little bit of clay. Not a real big piece. We kind of want these owls to be kind of little and cute. So get that lid back on, make sure it stays nice and wet. So I'm rolling out a great little kind of a little tater tot, more like it, I guess, and forming it with my fingers. I'm going to make a little flat spot on the bottom so it looks like it can sit up. And then I'm going to take my thumbs and pressing down hard. It's kind of amazing. It kind of makes almost an instant owl there, don't you think? I mean, you can really see the owl right off the bat when you begin using your thumbs. And I'm going to press around into his eye sockets and create this kind of a neat little, I could practically leave it like that if I wanted. But I've got a little wooden stick with a point on it here, and I'm going to incise a wing. And then over on the other side, same thing. And with my thumb, I'm going to create a difference in the level of the clay and kind of make it like appear that he has a cute little stomach, a little part of his body sticking out in the front. And let me just kind of reinforce that with my little wooden stick here, and trying to be smooth here if I can. Every once in a while I get my finger in the water and kind of give it a little bit of a rub down for two reasons, really, to keep my clay nice and workable, and then to smooth out some of the chunks that come along with it. So okay, so far so good. I'm going to take the end of a marker here, and I found that it's got just the right kind of a look. If you dig that, that's great, isn't it? If you stick that marker right in there and give it a twist, it makes a really good kind of beginning eye socket. And then with my my pointer, my wooden stick, I'm going to put some other more interesting eyes in the center. Oh, he's looking good. Let's kind of refine that nose a bit with just kind of making it a little bit deeper there. I might need another tool here. I think I'll take my knife edge and go around there and just kind of give him a little more three-dimensional quality, and let's stretch that nose down a bit. Okay, and I'm going to cut a little area away, and there we have it. We've got a nice little beak coming right out at us. He's looking good so far. Let me tuck that part right in right there. Okay, let's get that part tucked in there. So then with the tip of my knife, I've going to create some kind of cool feathery textures in the front of him here, kind of giving me a neat little paintable area. That'll be a place where his color changes after we're all dried up and hard and ready to paint on the next phase of our owl. So, oh, I think I'm liking him already. He's looking good. I think I'll clear up just a little bit. He's got some little kind of raggedy things in clay. Okay, let's set him off to the side. And hey, our owl needs a little brother or sister, don't you think? So I'm going to get a little piece of clay. This is a little bit smaller bit because I want him to be, that's cute. Okay, that's about right. I'm going to roll this one up into the same kind of shape that I did the first time. But see that owl on the left there? He's kind of got his head tilted or twisted. I'm going to do that same kind of thing. I want some kind of movement in this owl, like he's looking backward. And just as I did with the first owl, I'll reach in here with my thumbnails, and if you're a little bit younger person, you've got smaller thumbs, so you're lucky. My big clunky thumbs had a hard time with that, but let's pinch that in as well. I'm kind of working my way around, and here the thumbnail just becomes a great clay tool. That's what I love about art. You know, there's all these different ways you can do things. So let's incise a line that is going to kind of convey that idea. We're selling the idea that the owl is twisted because we're only seeing his right wing there, and he's kind of twisting his body around with the look of that one wing out in the front like that. And hey, while I'm at it, let me get some eyes going there, okay, and define that nose. You know, I think this time though I'm going to kind of define his whole head area with kind of incising around the outside shape of his eye there. I kind of like that look. Let's try it on this side. Yeah, oh, that's good. I like that. And kind of pressing it in so I don't get a lot of crumbs and things in my line there. Let's put a little water in there and smooth things out. Okay, how you doing so far? Okay? I know we're moving fast, but I think you're getting the idea. Okay, so I'm going to smooth him down a little bit, and I'm going to turn him around here after I open these eyes up, and I'm going to make a wing on the other side of his body so that it looks like he actually let's do this part first. Okay, I'll make some lines in here as kind of feathery wing shapes. Smooth that out. Okay, now let's do that other wing that I was talking about. We'll incise a line right there, and we'll take your thumb or whatever tool you're using and make a depression there, and that will give us this all of a sudden it looks like he's really twisted because that other view we have of his other wing is back around the other side of his body. So we're getting this kind of a really neat idea of movement. Okay, well that's good for our second owl. Now let's let's build him a baby brother. Why not, huh? We're not going to do 4, but we will do 3 here just to kind of get you going. So this time I'm rolling up almost a perfect ball, but I'll put a little flat spot on the bottom. And I don't have room for my thumbs this time, so I think I'll go straight into the marker. Okay, and all right. And I'll make, hell, I'm not sure what he looks like now, kind of a little Martian or something. So let's do a kind of a beak area. A little bit of goop on my stick there. Let's get rid of that. Okay, and we will kind of massage that down into his eye so that we have a kind of a pleasing looking beginning of an owl, and eyes going in with my pointer stick there. How about some wings? So yeah, right there and right there. And if I use my thumbnail again to kind of push in, I've got a great kind of a beginning part of our little owl. He's the baby of the family, for sure. Yeah. And let me see. What about that? Yeah. Okay. Trying to clean up those lines there. I don't like his eyes. I think I'll make him a little bit bigger. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Oh, that's much more friendly looking. And get rid of some of our kind of raggedy edges. And there he is. There's our owl family ready to go. And I think before I let them go air dry, I'm always kind of looking for ways to improve. And I like that new eye style we just did on the little guy. So let's go ahead and use that one for our middle owl and smooth things up a bit before we let them go air dry and set them out. And yeah, well, he could use a little attention too. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, well, it's been a couple of days since we made our owls. They look a little different, don't they? They're kind of white and dry looking. So the painting phase is, it's my favorite, I think, of all. So I've got a little dish and a bunch of different acrylic paint colors and my brushes, of course. And I'm going to start painting, and don't think for a minute that your owls have to be based in some kind of reality or anything. I think a lime green owl is just the best, don't you? So I've mixed up this kind of yellow greenish color, and I'm putting it on. The first coat kind of sinks in right away, so I'm going to go over it a couple of times probably before I get the depth of the color that I want. And I like to keep all three of these going at the same time so I can keep coming back to them. So let's get our little twisty fellow. And I've mixed up kind of a nice orangey, yellowish, brownish color, kind of almost a pumpkin color, and I'm going around and filling him in. No, there's nearly not an owl that looks like this, but hey, it's our owls, and we're in art class, so hey, go for it and have fun and make your owls any way you want to. Pick out any color you want, the brighter the better. And so he's looking good for his first coat. Hey, here comes the baby, so I think I'll take some white and brown and a little bit of orangey yellow and stir this kind of a nice, kind of a mocha sort of a color like coffee creamer almost or something. And oh yeah, he's doing very well with that color. I like that, and I think they're all kind of related in color tones, don't you? So this part of my big owl I'm going to fill in with yellow just because I want. And I think I'm going to mix another little color. This is almost kind of another creamy color, like a skin tone almost, or maybe a light tannish color. And that's going to be for the front of our little guy that's got the twisty head. And here I am going around and filling that in. The paint part is so fun. They really come alive when you start doing this, don't you think? And try not to miss any. Yep. Okay, right down that wing. Okay, good. Now for our little fella, I'm going to mix up a sky blue with white and blue there on my mixing tray. And I thought maybe he's going to have a nice little blue front. His little tummy is all kind of a powdery blue. And I'm working that paint in. Okay, so I like the white of our clay, but I think this white acrylic really makes things stand out and kind of pop, I think. So I'm going to use our white acrylic now to fill in our owl's kind of face area, and I'll stick some back in his nose and beak and eyes. And off for my little number 2 owl here. He's getting the same treatment with the white, and our little guy as well. So with my little bit darker green, I'm going to add some details to my biggest owl. And then I'm going to use another kind of a reddish brownish here for the details around my twisty owl, if you want to call him that. Red makes a great beak color. You don't have to use red for all of your beaks like I am here, but I just had it on my brush, and some little brown kind of feathery dots for our little guy. And then, of course, going in with our black acrylic, and then they really come alive when you add those eyes in there. So let's clear things away here and take a look. Hey, and there they are. They're painted, and we are ready to move on to the next step. Okay, I picked out a nice soft, kind of a soft bristle brush here, and I got a piece of scrap paper along with my brown chalk pastel, and I'm going to scuff up a lot of chalk dust, and this is the antiquing phase. So using that chalk dust, I'm going to go right into my areas of my, oh, whoops, I've got some glitter on here somewhere. Oh, well, let's keep going anyway. Must be left over from Christmas time, I don't know. So anyway, we're going to keep on doing this brown chalk treatment. I love the way it looks. It makes the details of the big owl's yellow front really show up. And let's give our little mini twisty guy the same treatment. Just kind of adds another dimension, I think, of interest. A lot of those finger marks that you made along the way. And let's do our little guy too and get him all antiqued and ready. And we're kind of dusting everything off nicely here, don't you think? Trying to get every little nook and cranny that we can. Okay. And so to seal in our chalk and everything else for that matter, I'm going to put a nice little coat of clear acrylic spray on top of our owls. And use what kind you like. There's a lot of different great brands. And I'm giving them just kind of a nice little shiny coating. And I'm going to let that dry for a minute. So in this last part, we're going to take a look at how can you display your owls. Well, you can just leave them loose if you want to, but in my beginning set of owls that I showed you, I sprayed a little piece of scrap wood with some black spray paint and simply just glued them on there. That way they really look great. I just love the way they look on that. But here's another idea I had out in my backyard. There was a old piece of a tree limb, and I sawed off a section of that. If you're little, have somebody help you. Here's another idea. This was laying around too. I'm not even sure where this came from. But if you had a random piece of wood, before you let your owls go out to dry, you could actually make their bodies take the contour of that shape. Okay, so hey, there you have it. And our owls are displayed out there proudly. Oh, they're just great. They're magnificent. Okay, well, that's going to wrap things up. And remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you've got something to be proud of. You're an artist. Stick with it. And we'll see you back here next time in Mr. Shay's Art Room.